So also, we're listing some post-processor enhancements and API. Joe, you want to cover these too?
Yeah, I can talk about that. Yeah, post-processor enhancements now in 2025, and actually previous releases, we introduced the Python post, but we have added more event handling, events that are being handled. And we'll be showing some examples of some of these advanced post-processors we're able to generate in the 2026 product. We're able to handle drill heads, dual heads. So we have a machine that we support now with, that has dual heads. We're actually cutting where the machine actually cuts the same pattern using two heads. And then we also can do a lot of non-G code formats. We'll be showing a couple of examples there. Some of these proprietary machines, they use proprietary languages. They don't use G code, but now we're able to support some of these machines like Holzer and Woodflash and things of that sort. BSA, some of these large woodworking machines. Rotated plane machining, we were able to do that before, but now with the Python posts, and we are able to handle a lot more cases where we are switching from, introducing a tool change between rotated planes and not introducing a tool change, and quite a bit of control on that. And we'll be showing some of that. Actually, one example of that later on. Yeah, if you can bring up RhinoCAM again, let's load. I want to talk about the first, the 5-axis G68.2. If you can bring up.
Let's see which one that is.
Post, yeah, just go to the 5-axis 3+2 practice block. Okay, we have a practice block, if you will, but this kind of illustrates the entire situation. So if you just select those different operations in the setups down, it'll show the different phases of our machining. So we're machining the top, then coming and doing an index machining on the sides, setup 2, and then on setup 3, we're going to the other side, and then also multiple side machining. So if you go ahead and select the post, now make sure, the post, please. Yes, and that's the Python post. You want to make sure that's a Python post. Okay, and hit OK, and then post all.
I changed my text editor, so you have line numbers now that we can reference.
All right. Okay. So if you look at that, if you're at the top, the first setup at the top is the angles are zeroed out. If you can see, I believe in line number 10 and 4, the A0 and C0. It's a head machine with A and C as the two angles. And so if you look at the first tool change, it's at the top. And then if you go down, scroll down to the next tool change, you'll see where the TCP is turned on. So at this point, line 119 is when we're starting the second tool change. And then right below on 125, we are actually performing the head rotation 127. Where A45 and the C90 that orients the tool to that side, and then we're turning on the TCP, and then turning on G68.2, which is basically inclined plane programming. This is on a FANUC controller.
Where's the G68.2? I don't see it. Where line is that?
Line 132 is a G68.2.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That's where the inclined plane programming is turned on using the Euler angles, which are different from the angles that we're computing. So FANUC requires there are multiple methods where we can use for that. But this is we were able to do that before, but what we can do now is handle very different combinations of tool changes and indexing methods.
So basically, it's a method of defining the indexed planes that you're using for each of the setups.
And then doing it correctly by turning off the TCP and compensation before we do that, and then turning those things back on. Without the Python post, we won't be able to do these things.
Okay.
Okay, so that was the first thing I wanted to show. Let's load up the second file. Let's go to the post folder. No, that's good. We don't need to show the 5-axis. Yeah, let's look at drill bank. Yeah, bring that up. cut and drill, and then change the post. No, you got to change the post. Okay, drill bank. You got that drill bank set up properly. Okay, that's fine. All right. Okay. So here we're able to handle drill banks, and if you can just post, I'll show you how we're able to do that. So we have two operations. One is using a standard drill bank, and then the other one is a simple routing operation. So if you look at the post here, on line 10, the drill bank is actually turned on, and you can see the M360, M601s on line 13 and 14. Those are basically the drill is telling the controller to turn the drill banks on. And then if you look at line 17, tool number 64 is issued. So this is how we tell the Python post that we need to turn on the drill bank by encoding the values of the tool in the actual tool number. So when the post detects the tool number to be greater than a certain value, we know that the drill bank is required, and the encoding, we decode the tool numbers for the the drill bank drills, which are those drills that we need to activate, and then that's what we issue here. So all that processing of decoding and encoding is done in the Python post. And then later on, as you can see in line 33, the routing is turned back on after the drill bank is turned off. So again, we are able to handle drill banks now using the Python posts.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, let's look at the next one. That's dual head. I talked earlier about dual heads, where we have machines that can have multiple heads, and they can machine basically the same thing, the same pattern or same tool path in two different locations using these two different heads. And the way we do that is we can use our machine control operations. So if you want to show them the machine control operations done on the miscellaneous operations under machining, under machining operations, go to, not there, please. No. Go to the menu on the ribbon bar next to the holes.
Oh.
Yeah, the next, one above.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry, actually, yeah, machine control. That's where we define machine control operations. And in this particular part, we have already defined, you can cancel out three machine control operations, one called dual spindle mode, and then the other one main spindle mode, and then second spindle mode.
Okay, so you just change your output a control cycle to define which spindle you're using. Then is what you're saying.
That's right. Okay. Yes. So if you post it, it'll be apparent. Go ahead and select machining job and do post all. So here, as the dual spindle mode is turned on in 15, at least the comment is turned on, and then line 17, you see the M211. That's basically telling the controller to run it in dual spindle mode. And it's also doing a spindle spacing that can also be customized if you want that. As part of the machine control operations, you can specify that. And then if you go down, you'll see the main spindle mode being turned on as soon as right there in line 65, when the machine control operation is hit, that's turned on. And you'll see M212 on line 76. That's where the dual spindle or main spindle mode is turned on, and spindle spacing is also specified. And similarly, if you go down a little bit more, you'll see the second spindle mode being turned on as well. So this is how we handle dual head machines. Again, this was not possible previously. We're able to do it in 2026. Okay, let's look at the next part, Don. We're going to be talking about non-standard G codes now. I think so. Let's look at wood flash. Hello, Holzer. Let's go to Holzer. Take the post test file. Yeah. All right. So let's go to post. Make Python. Holzer. That's good. It's a simple profiling operation, but if you select machining job and post all, you will see the kind of output that Holzer machine, I think it's an Austrian company, requires. So you can see this is not standard G-code. This is proprietary format and quite different from what our standard G-code machines handle, and we're able to do things of this nature using our Python posts in 2026.
Okay.
And then let's look at another example also of non-standard G codes. Let's go to Wood Flash.
This one here?
Yeah, that's good. And this is actually a 5-axis machine, and we're able to handle different face machining on this. If you select machining job and post all, that's fine. Again, quite different, as you can see. The motion commands are completely different, and the setup orientations are also completely different. They define something called side 1 and side 2 for different. These are for woodworking machines, specialized woodworking machines. So,
okay.
Yeah, we can handle these. And last but not least, there's a flow master. If you want to load that file, you can go quickly over that. Go to flow.
Which one? Don't matter?
Either one is fine. Okay, post. No, what are you doing?
Wrong one.
Python post. Okay, that's good, flow. All right, go to machining job, post, right mouse click, post all. That's good. And you can see, again, non-standard G-code. This is a water jet machine that we're able to handle. It just takes up just coordinates. That's all it needs. Pretty simple, but non-standard again. So we're able to handle it using our Python posts.
And this can be applied to any machine with that's non-G-code. I mean, we can develop a Python post for anyone.
Well, I wouldn't say any. I would say we need to look at the specifications, but in most cases we'll be able to handle it.
Okay.
But we definitely we need to look at some example files and determine what it's going to take, complexity of it. But since we have a Python and programming flexibility now, I would say we should be able to handle pretty much anything at this point. Yeah.